California, like the greatest hits. You know what I mean? Like they come back to the big songs. This is your Hotel California. This is your big song here, the Sunpatiens. Why are you so well known for the Sunpatiens, Phillip?
Because I go crazy when I see it, and it's one thing that I would not be without.
Wow.
I just wouldn't be without it because it just gives me the best color of all. And I just love it. The foliage on these, you know, we talk about Sunpatiens being so fabulous, but it's the foliage on these lightning struck foliage. There's a tropical white. You're getting one each of the three different colors. There's a tropical orange, that electric orange.
That's electric.
Yes, indeed it is.
Wow.
And then you're also going to get my signature one, which is the first one I ever brought into QVC, was the tropical rose.
There it is.
But all three, look at that.
Look at the leaves. Look at the leaves on the tropical rose. Now, here come the shots. Now, take a look at this. Now, you know what? As you're seeing that, that's remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. That's a work of art. It literally looks like a painting. People are accustomed to impatiens. Why did you make the difference in the name?
Impatiens grow in the shade, and they tend to have weak stems and small flowers. They're great in the shade. These are great in the hot, boiling sun all the way down south.
Gorgeous.
And that's in my garden here. I got one plant in each container because one plant will completely fill it up. But it's that beautiful electric foliage that sets the blooms off.
So we're going to see
about
that.
other things in your
in
your garden.
Here comes your
shot.
shot.
They will have only the green leaves.
Right. Well, you're not going to have only the green leaves. Is that one plant, or is it you combining all three in that pot?
Rick, this is one plant.
That's crazy.
And you want to know how it gets that big that quick? Because when I'm shipping out to you, look, I can't even get it out of the pot.
That's coming. That's on its way.
Nice, well-rooted.
That's on its way.
Plant. Here's the white one, but you see how well-branched it is. It's got the strong stems. It's got the big flowers, and let me just show you.
Well, that's beautiful.
This is how tough these are. You can open these up. They're not going to fall apart. You've got these nice big blooms on it.
You're selling me on those. You really are. That's one. You are really, that's one. You're getting three of those. So great big whiskey barrels, your whiskey barrels, right?
Yes.
Big container, huge, and they're on their way. So tropical white. You know what, as you're looking at the Sunpatiens, what about the leaves of these, Phillip?
Well, the more sun you grow these in, the more gold you're going to have in the foliage.
That's
and
great.
You think, oh, I'm not going to be able to put these in the hot sun. They're fine in the hot sun. If all you know how to do is water, you're in good shape with these because they're that easy, and they'll wilt down if you don't water them. But then they come right back up when you do water them. I've got a pair of white ones at the end of my driveway. When I drive in at dusk, I can see the white ones. They illuminate the gateway into the back garden. And also, if you've got the tropical orange planted next to the white one, it enables you to see the orange one even better. I'm always about having the white flowers in the garden, but this is my favorite collection that I have offered, and I've been on the air at QVC 28 years.
So let's just stop. Let's just drop the mic on that one. You have been on the air for a long, long time.
Yes.
So the long time. And this is your number one favorite collection. It would be like a makeup artist saying, no, this is the number one eyeshadow. This is what I recommend. This is the number one shampoo.
It's my favorite of anything that I've offered. Of anything.
Why is that?
I would
is it
never
the easy
be without
care,
it.
or is it the result? Is it what is it that makes it
both.
the favorite?
It's both, because I love the fact that it's got a perfectly rounded habit, that it's got the beautiful foliage. I mean, it checks off everything that's on the list. Everything is easy in a container, in the ground, big sweeps of it, in a basket, in a small garden. In a big garden, you can see them from a distance because they get big. These can be 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide. That's one plant. This one is not even as big as it's going to get. This is what they do. These are an annual. It is the most high-powered annual I have ever seen.
Most high-powered.
Not just what I offer, just what I've seen.
Most high-powered annual you've ever seen. You know what I love? You said the rounded. So not you weren't going into the colors, the size of the flowers. You were going to the entire shape of it as one of the aesthetically pleasing aspects of it. How long do I get those beautiful, pretty flowers throughout a season?
Until frost, and the bloom. It'll be blooming practically out of the box. But they've got the nice rounded habit. And I know that you've seen other, like impatiens can be kind of all over the place, even New Guinea impatiens that will grow in the sun. tend to have a more erratic habit and are not as heavy blooming as these. This will always have a uniform distribution of flowers on it. Some of the others can be spotty. It's got, okay, one, it's blooming over here a little bit, blooming over here a little bit, and then it's bald right here. I can't stand that. I want it to be perfect. And that is exactly what they are. I've got them in containers. You can line your driveway with these, your pathways with these, on either side of your doorways. Nothing's better. You don't have to put anything with it.
If you're shopping right now, go for it. Make a choice at 1-800-500-7590, 800-500-7590. Call the number. Operators are standing by, and you just say, would you like M71742? Philip's favorite over 28 years? Yes, you can do it. And the 2020. So tell me about the 2022 version of these. Are they better than ever? Are they back? How do you keep the consistency over all that time to keep them your favorites, Philip?
Well, when the Sunpatiens first came out, I loved them because they really performed well in the sun. But let me just tell you this, is that, again, the science comes into play. And they bred them for bigger blooms, stronger stems, and also earlier branching. When we first offered the Sunpatiens, I remember thinking, well, I don't know about that, because it'd be one stem in the pot coming up. And you would think, well, you'd just be one single stem. Look, I've got all this branching. It's not been pinched. That's just the way it goes. That's the science behind the beauty. So they're always working on trying to make it better. You got beautiful blooms. You've got a beautiful shape, and these are going to perform. If you've never had Sunpatiens, you really need to have them. You will never be without them once you get them. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you are. It's like, take it from me. I love it. The number one recommendation. The flowers are fantastic. I love the dome that you mentioned. I love how big, dramatic they are. That's one that you showed in that whiskey barrel. But now this next shot, this tropical orange, the more sun, the more the leaves change color. What a conversation piece in your yard. What a conversation piece.
And all three varieties, all three colors we have will get that same foliage. It doesn't display it all in all of the images that we're showing, but they will all get this foliage in the sun like that. And see, again, those are the tall pots that they're so handsome in these tall pots.
That's great.
In fact, I do those, you know Susan Graver, of course.
Of course.
I use these on her back deck because I've got the tall pots back there and they're right at the railing height. And it's just a great, great look back there.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, a lot of people on the line right now. 800-500-7590. Star of the show. Philip's favorite after all these years. #1 annual. Gardens, beds, borders, containers, hanging baskets. You can't go wrong when it comes to Sunpatiens. And they're impatiens that love the sun. And that's the point.
Yes, they do.
And that's what's fantastic about these. So don't worry where you can put these or what state you happen to be living in, right? That's one. That's one. That's great. That's fantastic.
And I use it.
What month is that normally to get that big? When will that happen?
That will happen by the middle of July.
Wow.
And then by Labor Day, then they're twice as big as this. This is what they do. All you have to do is keep them watered. That's the trick. And they always have this wonderful habit. You don't have to trim it to have that habit. That's what it does. They never stop blooming. And it's just a great look. And I love them in the containers because I can move them around. And say if I've got them over on the deck area, and then I'm going to have people over by the fire pit later in the evening, I can pick these things up and move them over around my little cluster of chairs. I've got them there. So they move around quite easily. Some potted plants, when you move them around, they try to fall apart on you. Not these. These are tough. It's like moving a chair. That's it. Tropical white, that illuminates everything else as if the foliage didn't do it. So, and then you've got the other. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, there's that tropical white that you're getting. Not a choice of the color. You're getting all of these. So you love that tropical white? You're ordering that right now? Well, you're getting it. But you're also getting the tropical orange, and you're getting that extraordinary rose red as well with those color-changing leaves.
The rose and the orange, I use those together, and you'll see a lot of the master painters use these colors that you normally don't think about in the garden, but it adds a vibrancy to your garden to be bold like that. And I do big mixes of these. People have bought multiple sets of these, so you can have a nice display. And you figure out something that's going to be 3 feet tall and 3 feet wide, and that's one plant. Think about how many other annuals you would have to buy
to take
up that same space. and not have this result.
You know what? As you're shopping right now, 800, 500, 7590. If you've never had them, come back. You know, I'm thinking about all the time over all these years. Not only is it your favorite, but guess what? It's the customer's favorite. Like, would you go back to a restaurant for 25 years if the food wasn't good, if the service wasn't good? Would you go back to the same hairdresser, right? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't go back.
No.
So what's bringing people back year after year after year after year? Obviously, it's working for them, right?
And people always ask me, when are they coming on? When are they coming on? When are they going to put the items up so I can order them straight away? Because they're, you know, once we run out of stuff, that's it. Because I can't go to the basement and get more because they're not growing in the basement.
Yeah, right.
We just got so many to go around. So again, let me say, reserve your plants. Don't take the chance that you think you're going to pick something up and then go there and it's not there. And then the party's still going to be going on, but you're not going to be ready.
Hey, be ready now. It's free shipping. It's a free shipping day. So you can take advantage of this. When it's time to ship, it'll be sent out to you. You get 3. Better value than ever before. And by the way, what's going up in price? Gas going up in price or down in price? Computer chips, cars. So the fact that we can still bring you this great value is saying something. And again, what are you getting? Like, break this down to under $8. Like, that's under $8. Where in a garden center would you be able to find that for $8, Phillip? Nowhere.
Right. And think about how many annuals you would have to buy that would fill up a space that is 3 feet tall and 3 feet wide.
Right.
And that's one plant, and you're getting 3 in this collection. I just love these. The white one shows up. I spot those around in the garden, and then I add my colors in behind it. If I mix these, I might have my petunias that we had, the shockwave petunias earlier in front, because they will be lower. That gives you a carpet of color coming out from these. But these are not going to disappoint you. Again, if you are a non-gardener or if you're a first-time gardener, plant these in full sun or depart shade, keep them watered, and you will not fail. Look at the foliage. All sun, 3 colors get that foliage.
Full sun, water them up, go for it, and then watch it come alive and watch. Like that shot right there, that's probably my favorite shot. In those big, tall containers, that beautiful bloom and that rounded kind of feel, just absolutely great. You will love it. It is going to continue to bloom and give you color to frost. The leaves are amazing. And if you do plant them in the ground, the next shot's going to wow you. Like here it comes right there.
And think about this, Rick. Imagine for a moment that all of that foliage is green. Not nearly as dramatic. You see how that gold just pops everything up? I mean, it's like, okay, we were in a back alley with the green ones. Now we're on the catwalk. I'm all for this.
You're all for that.
That's what you want. That lines the steps that lead up to my back patio. And it's my non-electrical approach to garden lighting. It's just a real handsome look, and in the containers or in the ground, and I do it both ways. If you've got a small area, like a deck area, a small patio area, just get this collection. You don't need much else. This does so much. And I'm telling you, I just wouldn't be without them.
Well, America is agreeing because they're getting them right now. So everybody who's watching, first-time gardeners or big fans of Phillip, this is it. And you have not been on QVC. I haven't seen you on QVC for a while. So QVC2 is your friend. So fans are watching QVC2 right now, my friend. This is it. Let's make sure that everybody's going to be happy and continue to stay happy when it comes to your guarantee, Phillip.
Well, I tell you what, I love taking care of you because y'all have been mighty, mighty good to me. And if you want to gamble, go to Atlantic City. Don't come to me because I'm going to take care of you. These are annuals, by the way. They're guaranteed for 90 days, which is the entire growing season. The perennials are guaranteed for an entire year. And you can reach me at the number on the screen or at the website on the screen. I'm going to take care of you because I want you to come back, and thanks for trusting my brand.
Look at that. You got your number, 800 number. You got an email. Here, you know what? Let me give you his home address, too. Here's Phillip. You can just drop by his house right now. I got his cell phone right here. Hang on a second. Hey. Come visit. Come visit, Phillip. Hey, man, you're great. You're a fantastic guest. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Enjoy, everybody. Enjoy your Phillip Watson Designs.